Explain why William of Normandy won the Battle of Hastings, 1066. You may use the following in your answer. Feigned retreat, third. You must also use information of your own, 12 marks. 6 of those marks will be awarded for AO2, which is your analysis of causation. Essentially, you're explaining why William won the Battle of Hastings, so you need to identify some features to make your point. That brings us on to AO1, which is your knowledge and understanding of the period. Now, you can use the stimulus points given to you in the question. You don't have to, but you can. But you'll see on the right-hand side of the screen that you also need to use your own knowledge to progress into the higher bands. You can find out more about this in the overview video on how to answer this question. Here are the bands for this question. Our overview video again explains all of this in much more detail, but have a read through to try and decide where you think your answer fits. Generally speaking, to score highly on this question, your answer needs to analyse the question, and that means that you need to have developed points which draw in relevant evidence. It should follow a logical structure, so it should be quite easy to understand what you're arguing, and you should be bringing in your own knowledge. These are the bottom 2 bands. Have a read through. And these are the top 2 bands. Try and decide where you think your answer would fit. As long as the points you make for this answer are relevant to the question and correct, the examiner will accept them. But here are some points that you could have made. Let's look at the first one. So, a really nice answer could be written about the fortunate circumstances, and it follows that point, evidence, explain structure really well. So, your point could be there were fortunate circumstances. Your evidence is that the winds allowed him to cross from Normandy to Pevensey. And then your explanation is that that meant that he didn't have a resistant force waiting for him in England. It's that kind of clear structure which makes your answer seem developed and really well thought through, and that is how you can score in the higher bands. Read through the rest of the points to see if there's any that you could have added to your answer.